Often talk about my brother when he was in 2nd grade. My parents called in for a parent-teacher conference, and they said, we want to put Daniel in gifted, however, all he does is play. And he just builds things, draws, plays, we can't put him in gifted. And my mom and dad said, oh, so he's not paying attention. They said, oh no, he pays attention. I mean, every time we ask him a question, he answers it correctly, but because he plays, we can't put him in gifted. And my brother never went into gifted. Now, that wouldn't fly necessarily today, right? But at the time, that's all he knew, so he didn't. And I thought, wow, when we look at how the brain processes information and it's different for each of us, it's not quite fair. So here's an example, and this is why I ask you to take notes. 1, the likelihood of you recalling the information increases drastically when you do something with it. Okay, if I could lecture to you all day, you'll forget most of it by 24 hours from now. Okay? So if I want you to truly remember it, then I need to do that. So here on the screen, you're seeing a picture. I was in Columbus, Ohio, and in the morning I did a keynote presentation to 1,000 teachers. And then I did some breakout sessions the afternoon. Well, in the afternoon, the keynote speaker was Dr. Cornel West. If you've ever heard of him from CNN and NBC, and he's been on many, many TV shows. Like, let's put it this way. And for some reason, he got a standing ovation before he even started, and I didn't get anything. So, and I was like, wow, okay. So in the afternoon, I'm walking by, and I see this drawing. And I said to this lady, I said, is that the way you're taking notes today? And she said, well, yeah. And I said, wait a minute, in the upper right corner, is that me? And she said, well, yeah. I said, okay, and Dr. Cornel West, that's him on the side, like this? And she said, mm-hmm. So I started looking closer, and I realized one of the things I talked about was take care of yourself, and you can see that in the bottom right. Towards the upper left, one of the sessions I had done was about PLCs, so professional learning communities. And there you can see that there. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I said, so this is how you process? And she said, yeah. Now what I was cracking up at was on the bottom left there. Do you see the 7-Eleven songs? Okay. Well, Dr. West has said today's music is not really music. It's 7 words sung 11 times. So he calls them 7-Eleven songs. And I was like, oh my goodness, but these are all the little things that she wanted to remember, and now it's turned into artwork. So I encourage you today to take notes however it is best for you. If you want to write down every word, you want to do pictures, you want to do a concept map, you want to write down key outline, whatever works for you, by all means go for it. If at any point you need me to slow down, just let me know. I am originally from Ohio, so I talk fast like you all. Okay, so just let me know. I'd notice I said you all, by the way. I have not converted to y'all. I just want to make that clear. All right, so let's get into our goals for today. I would like to share some insight with you into the brain and learning so that we have a foundational understanding, some things that you may already know, right? But some new things hopefully too. And then that is going to transfer over into some strategies, because my goal for you is that you have a better understanding of why these strategies work. Because I know the teacher has often said, this is best practice, this is best practice. Why is it best practice? I don't know, it just is. Okay, great. Right? So I'll give you some information that may help and go, so that when I do that in room, that's why it works, I knew it. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of that why, and then we get into some more of the how, and then you get to connect it to what you teach. Okay, the second one is going to be to define engagement and complexity. So we're going to look at what does that mean to engage? Okay, we often hear to engage. How many of you here in Illinois actually use the Charlotte Danielson framework? Okay, is engage on there? Engage your students? Yeah, 3C, engage your students, right? Okay, so knowing that, we're going to target that as well, and what does that mean? And the complexity, and I'm going to do that a little different than we hear the complex text of Common Core. We're going to look at more complexity as rigor. Okay? And then the third one is actually get into some brain powered strategies. And this is where I apparently decided to come without my book today. So last night I realized that. So I don't have my book here with me. However, I do have a special offer that I'll share with you later of a way to get it though. All right, and then all throughout, I want you taking these strategies and applying them. Deal? Yeah. Let me hear you say, let's do it. All right, I appreciate the energy back.